Welcome to another edition of the Mav and Call Show. I'm Mav, and with me, as always, the Haunted Call.
I'm Call. Howdy, howdy. Or as his girlfriend likes to call me, Call! So
Yeah, the Haunted Call. That's what I call
the
him.
haunted call.
What's it like to be haunted? I mean, is it like something
You don't want to know.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like
Okay, so I've lived with it my whole life, so it's like
normal?
expected,
Yeah.
normal, expected.
Okay.
But sometimes out the blue when I'm like, it's actually most of the time, I'm not thinking about ghosts or anything, and then just something happens.
Right.
It's like, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like you're on an elevator and it just drops down. You know that feeling you get in your stomach,
Yeah.
and in the bottom of your feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I get that feeling, and I'm just like, oh crap, like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what the hell just happened? Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, dude, yeah. Oh, and you know what? I never even told you this, dude. Like at work all the time,
Mhm.
at work, dude. I will go around a corner and there'll be somebody just there, and and like a few minutes, like a second or two ago, they weren't there.
Right.
But like when I wasn't looking, they went there.
Right.
And then so like I'll turn that corner and I'm like, dude, they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a pretty jumpy guy, man. Like I live with ghosts and stuff." So dude, I'm like very jumpy at work, bro.
Well, I mean, it's to be expected, I guess. You're haunted. What else?
My boss, you know which one I'm talking about. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name starts with a K.
Yeah.
I can't say her name on here because I don't have permission. But dude, the one that hired me, dude. So, dude, I was doing towel buckets. Okay, I was refreshing the clean towels. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm looking down, and you know, I don't have this hat on, but I have a hat on, and the bill covers my eyesight. And I looked up, and she just was standing there, right there, like as close as me and you are right now.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Bah!" I spilled water all over me and her, dude. She was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "You just was all of a suddenly there."
Wow.
Dude, I got it on the front of her shirt, dude. I was like, "I'm so sorry." I like kept apologizing throughout the day.
And then you wonder why you're single.
Well, I have wondered why I'm single. Then again, I thought maybe I should just date myself. Like, what? Why not? Ain't no arguments, no nothing. Like,
I mean, Dennis Rodman married himself, so if you remember,
yeah, I remember.
when we were younger, yeah.
That dude was weird.
Yeah, he was out there.
Wait a
man.
minute.
He was out there.
I'm calling Dennis Rodman weird. Okay, now if somebody weird's calling you weird, you're weird, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure if I met Dennis Rodman and we hung out a little bit, he'd be like, "Bro, you weird, man."
he'd be like, "You're a pretty weird guy."
You wear a cowboy hat and you're not even a cowboy.
Right.
I wore this kind of stuff when I lived in Gary, in the ghetto, dude. You know why, though? I wore this because, like, I don't want gang members to mess with me.
Right.
And okay, so let me go on that. Okay, so gang members go by, like, colors and, like, signs and, like, how many fingers you're holding up and if you have arthritis and stuff in your hands. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
But, like, if I'm wearing this, dude, like, they're like, yeah, he's not in the gang.
Right.
He is definitely not in the gang, man. He looks like he needs to ride a horse.
Right.
Yeah. Then I come out here to the country and I'm walking down the street one day and I got this on. And this dude drives by and he's like, "Where's your horse at?" I was like, "It's at your mama's house." I parked it there last night. When she's done, you know, I'll get it back.
Yeah.
I watched my mouth on that one.
You did. I'm very
Weird.
proud of you. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard for Call to watch his mouth.
Yeah, I go cross-eyed sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah, yes. Call has a cuss problem.
I thought it would be easier if I don't have teeth. I could watch my mouth go.
But if I'm being honest,
It's hard to cross my eyes though.
if I'm being completely honest, I have a cuss problem too. So
Fuck yeah, you do.
yeah.
Hey, that's my first one. Hey, all right.
Yeah, we kind of try to watch our mouths on here, but sometimes you can't help but, cuss because sometimes it can get pretty hair raising and scary.
Actually, yeah. Like sometimes when we hear things in our headphones, or
Yeah.
like we'll hear
Yeah.
something outside of our headphones,
Yeah.
or we'll see something move or something.
Yeah.
You just want to be like, that's a holy shit moment. You
Yeah.
don't like, oh, what the?
Yeah,
what's
well,
that?
like
like
the footsteps we heard last night.
yeah,
During
that was pretty wild.
Our interview with Spooky.
There was
Bear.
another sound too. Did you
Yeah,
hear? Did you?
it's on
I
there.
I haven't watched it.
It is on there.
Okay.
And
It
but
was
it doesn't sound
weird sound though.
It doesn't, like, we thought it was like sounded like a scratching sound, right?
Something. Yeah, it was some kind of weird
But on the
noise.
video, it's like a knock or like a tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, that was either way. It was weird. Like,
yeah, it was a weird sound.
We knew it wasn't coming from Spooky's side,
right?
And it wasn't exactly coming from our headphones. It came through our headphones, but we didn't hear it in the house like we normally would any.
Yeah,
other
there
sound.
was no one upstairs. No one.
Yeah, there was nobody up here.
It was just us. It was just a weird sound. Speaking of Miss Spooky, we got a lot of comments, and
hey, right on. Yeah, we did.
We've got a lot of questions today. I've been trying. I had been trying to answer everything, and
man, you guys was clowning on me last night, man. I was like, man, that's them are pillars, like.
Yeah, heck yeah,
dude. So I need glasses, dude. I really do. My vision is blurry. I try my best to look at these pictures, and the way it looked like the building where the statue of Abe Lincoln is sitting on the chair.
Yeah.
The pillars in front, that's what it looked like to me. But then, like, he was like, no, look, dummy. it's windows. I was like, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of questions with stuff, and that's just how it is, I think people really enjoyed that. But
is everything okay over there?
Yeah, hold on one second. But yeah, people love Miss Spooky. They have a lot of questions about stuff, and they love the cemetery, or the dead person grabbing.
Oh yeah,
live person.
Yeah. Yeah.
They love this.
Her grandma. Her nana.
I mean,
it was.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
It don't matter who it was. It don't matter who it was.
If that was me,
you're deceased and you've been embalmed and you've been gases taken care of and everything, there should be no muscle reactions. And then somebody grabs me like that and they're deceased.
Yeah.
Oh hell to the no! That's worse than seeing a ghost. I've hung out with ghosts. I guess that would be no, dude. Time out. Not time out. That would be much worse. If some deceased person, a corpse. Okay.
Yeah.
If a corpse grabbed my arm, dude.
Okay. I think that depends. Depends on what deceased person I'm hanging out with. Yeah.
Okay. I'm pooping my pants if that happens. Okay. Like I said, I've hung out with spirits, but I didn't know they were spirits. I thought they were alive. But if I know damn well somebody's dead, and they grab my arm.
I'm telling you,
I'm
man,
shitting myself.
I am making.
I'm gonna be like, I ain't sure did.
I'm making another doorway somewhere. I mean, that's just all there is to
it. It'll be like on the cartoons where you run through the wall and it's just your body outline.
Yep, that's what it'll be.
And it'll be like,
That's right.
And then when they take off running.
Yeah,
and then they're not going nowhere yet.
Yeah, like,
and then they go
just going back and
forth. It makes that noise. It sounds like a tennis ball in a coffee can. It's like
that would be me. Yeah, that would be freaky. you know. But I mean,
Freaky deaky, man. I'm telling you what, man.
you know, she feels that
Oh, that was my bad.
she's also extremely haunted. You know what I mean? And,
She is, man. Like,
dude, if you look at that
I've been
picture,
talking to her for a while, dude, and like, and I mean like, video chats and
Yeah.
late night phone calls and stuff
Right.
like that. You know, like, dude, like, I'll hear and see stuff
yeah.
in her background.
But
And
see,
I'm like, what the hell was that?
now-
And she'll be like, I don't know. I just heard it too. Like, you know, like,
if you look at that picture she sent us, that explains a lot, man.
yeah.
Because that is a shit ton of activity going on.
Hey, okay, so let's touch on that, man, with the green.
Yeah.
So that green, that particular color of green, that's a spooky green, dude.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, that's
that's a green you don't want to see.
yeah, that is
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and it was just so weird that it was around that house, around her house.
Yeah.
Around, you know, the pillars. It was
Yeah.
around the pillars.
The pillars.
But no, not
The
seriously.
friggin' windows.
But seriously, around the house, and then them little lights, and then right above it was crystal clear.
Yep. And then the very top.
You can tell it was a night sky.
Yeah.
You can see the trees,
The-
shadows, and everything.
The thing that really got it was the
Excuse me.
I'm gonna bring it up for you guys right now, but if you look, there's one that has like a starburst effect.
Yeah, that one bright
That
one.
super, and that's not.
That was like right in the
Yeah.
almost in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just no way to.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's a lot of activity.
She took that picture in the dark.
Yeah.
There was no lights.
Right. Yeah.
There were
yeah.
no-
The original picture.
There were no
yeah.
lightning bugs. There was no
Yeah.
nothing giving off light.
Nope.
And
It's somehow there
that,
it is.
Yeah, boom, just as bright as a
But
starburst
that,
right there.
like I said, I think that would explain a lot of the hauntings that she has because you figure, I mean, by itself, what are you looking at? 10 or 12 different things haunting her house. Just swarm. It's like her house was swarmed with them.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
what it was.
Really, it
Yeah.
really was. And what's interesting, the house was swarmed with the little lights,
Yeah.
but then there was that big face.
Right.
That was like the master.
Yeah. That was like the top dog.
The
Yeah.
puppeteer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of, I mean, that was a great picture. That's
It was a
probably
little
one of-
off-putting.
Yeah. That was kind of one of the best pictures I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
honestly.
definitely. I mean, she got some great pictures. Dude, you don't even know.
She's
So,
looking for some, again.
She got stories, dude. Like, she.
Oh, yeah.
Listen. She has told me that she has a little journal that she started writing, and it wasn't from that long ago. And she was like, "Man, I'm already got like 60-something stories."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah,
And I'm sure there's pictures for a lot of
Mhm.
those.
I hope so.
You
I
know?
mean, we'd love to see them.
Or at least maybe some kind of artifact, spooky, if you're watching this, and I know you are. If you got some kind of artifacts or something that you think are haunted, take pictures of them, send them to us, and we'll reiterate on those.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments and people were sending me questions all day about stuff about her house and the things that she saw, and I'm like, man, I can't. I can't answer for her.
Yeah, not only that, we can't answer for her, but we also can't answer because we weren't there.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not our pictures. We don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what was going on. That's something we should have asked you on the phone. What was going on that made you take that picture? I think she did say, actually. Yeah. She did say in the podcast, didn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So go back and watch the podcast and don't forget to like and subscribe. But dude, there was like a reason you took that picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the darkness.
Oh yeah.
I've done that. I've done that quite a few times.
I mean, you can tell.
I felt spooked out.
Yeah,
I just started snapping pictures. Like, yeah.
You can feel it. There's something in the atmosphere. Something changes, and you're like,
yeah, man,
something's not right. So let me start snapping.
Yeah.
Or even like we told her last night, take videos.
Dude, I'm gonna ask you, Mav. because I know you like to debunk things, and you're not quite a firm believer.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever had a moment in your life where you I don't know if you were alone at the time, or even if somebody was in the house but they just weren't present? You ever had a moment where you just felt so spooked out that you couldn't move or do anything, and you just kind of was like, you cringed up and was like,
The
you know
only
what I mean?
time that happened to me, honestly, was when I filmed my first movie.
Okay.
There was 3 of us, and now again, fight or flight.
Or freeze.
The problem was I was way beyond, like, I had never been that scared.
Yeah,
And there was 3 of us there, but
it's just such an overwhelming feeling.
That's what it was. Normally, I'm like gonna start swinging if you
Yeah,
frighten
but okay,
me.
but so this feeling is,
But
it's
this
like
was
you
straight
can't.
freeze. Yeah, this was like,
What are you gonna swing at?
yeah, something was.
It's like, oh,
like it scared all
something's
3
right
of us.
next
Yeah,
to me, dude. Like
there was 3 of us just standing there, frozen, completely frozen with fear. Like, and I mean, it happened instantaneously. Like
all 3 you just
like the
stopped.
fear didn't build. It wasn't like something that built.
Right. It's not like a music score.
It like encompassed us in a split second, and all of us were kind of like,
what the shit is
hell
that?
is going on?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, when I was doing that,
Dude, isn't that frightening?
To freeze up
okay,
like
you
that?
know what?
Yeah.
That's actually the perfect word for that. Frightening.
Because yeah,
you weren't
freeze,
scared.
Yeah.
You weren't scared.
No.
You weren't afraid. You were frightened.
I was so I was terrified.
That's even better, man. Terrified.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been terrified, was at that point in time, because we didn't know what it was. We didn't know what the hell was going on. All we knew was there was 3 of us, and all of us were frozen completely. Like, none of us could move. We could barely blink or even walk. It took what seemed like, I'd have to rewatch the video that I haven't seen in 30 years.
Right.
It took for me, and the way I remember it, it took a long time to kind of snap out of it.
Yeah.
And run out the building. The problem,
yeah, dude. And
I've only seen
let me
it
ask
once.
you this. Did it feel like you were dreaming when it happened?
Almost.
Like what I mean by that, like this isn't real.
Yeah, that's exactly what was.
Yeah,
this can't be
no,
real,
man.
because
I gotta be dreaming, dude. Like,
yeah, this yeah.
Did that really just happen? Like,
but it felt like it took forever to come back to my senses. But I know in reality it was probably only a couple seconds. But it seemed to just drag on.
Like, yeah, the minutes seemed like hours. You know?
Yeah, that was the only time I honestly and truly had ever been terrified.
Yeah. Dude, wouldn't it be some shit? It would be my luck, man. Wouldn't it be some shit if, when I pass, we have, jobs in the afterlife?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if my job happened to be to interview all the people that haunted me while I was alive? I was like, man, why you was so scary, bro? Like, why did you do that?
It's, and
then I'm gonna get that one recording guy like, Ida,
yeah,
Ida, I love you. Like, dude, like, what the hell was even that, man? Dude, that recording, dude,
was awesome. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, for the podcast it was, but not for me.
Well, I mean,
because like
you should probably.
I didn't hear it while I was
That's what
recording.
I'm saying. Be thankful you didn't hear it.
No, but look, man, like after I recorded, I sat in my bed and I went back and I went over it, and then I heard it. So I'm sitting in my bed like that just happened a second ago. So I was like, crap.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I'm telling you what, bro.
Yeah, last night when we interviewed Spooky Bear, I'm sorry it was so late that when it got put up. It takes me a while.
Yeah, it's a couple hours of work for him. Like we've spoken about this before. I just sit here and talk, and he does all the footwork. Like,
yeah, I try really hard to do it as fast as I can.
he actually did get it pretty quickly.
You think? Yeah,
you watched it on the TV the
by
same
midnight.
night, the
Yeah,
same
but
night.
it was up before like 11 something. I think it went up, but what happens is we sometimes when we're not live, we do pre-record these, and then I have to take it once I'm done. I will have to go into what's called post, and I start putting pictures up or um and they need to go in certain spots, and then I have to put in the opening, and I have to put in different things, and the everything that goes into it, and then it goes into and while I'm doing that in my editing software, I then when I'm done with all that, it goes into what's called processing, because I process up to high definition. I could do it a lot faster if I did it in like 360 or 40.
Right.
It's not HD. I could do it a lot faster. But because I produce it in 1080 or 4K, it takes a long time because it also does our audio. It cleans our audio up. It cleans up our video. It's what makes the pictures look the way they look. So I paid a lot of money for that software. So we could just do podcasting, even though we're like, we don't make any money on this or anything like that, but we wanted it to look as nice as we could make it look.
Right.
So it takes at least a minimum of an hour, and if there's not too much animation or too many pictures or too much to render down, it'll take at least an hour 20. Yep. And by animation, I mean the opening credits, the haunting of, or whatever the title is.
The writing you see on fire and stuff like that, or electricity, whatever
or at the end,
he chooses.
When we do the like and subscribe stuff, that's considered animation.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't do too much stuff, it'll take about an hour 20, and then within 30 minutes or so, YouTube takes about 20 to 30 minutes to upload to YouTube. And then they take another 2-3 minutes to process it into their HD system. But it's already processed to HD, so it happens really fast. So it takes a good 2.5 hours for me to remotely get a podcast up. As long as there's not too much in, I do work my butt off on it, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Dude,
I want to. So, nothing's been happening up here lately.
Well, that's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, that is a good thing, but at the same time, I'm like, we need some podcast material. What's up, guys? Where you at?
I have all kinds of podcast material.
No, I'm talking about the ghost, though. I'm like talking to the ghost. I'm like, so, buddies, where you at? We need some more new material. Hey, I'd get creeped out if I heard, la, 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 la. Like, I would get creeped out if I heard something like that, man. But,
it's just... Yeah, if I heard that call, I'm leaving.
Oh, bro.
As I pointed out last night.
Hey, man, if I heard that, I'm moving to a different town.
I mean, as I said last night, poor Call has to sleep in a haunted room.
Yeah.
But
if you guys could see my room now, maybe I'll take a picture or something and throw it on here. I bought a bunch of flags. I bought 8 flags so I can block off that area.
Yeah, he did.
I don't want that area exposed.
Yeah. But yeah,
part of it's to keep it cooler in here, but the other parts of it, hey, that's your guys' ghost room down that half, and I got my half.
Yep. Now, should we tell them about tomorrow?
Oh, it's tomorrow.
That's where we get to go play with our cameras.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tell them today's date first. So.
Well, today is Monday.
Today's date is Monday.
Yeah. It's
Hey man,
It's
what time is it? I think
it's
it's
June.
October, man.
it's June.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I don't know what the date is. I don't have a damn clue.
Wait a minute. Is it June for real?
It's June for real. Today's
Oh,
like
dang.
June 9th or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
June 9th, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Genius.
I thought it was still May.
I at least had the month right.
Wait, May's before June, right? Okay, all right. So I'm not that far off. I thought it was still May, dude.
No, today is June 9th.
I work a lot, man, and I don't pay attention to the days.
that's both of us,
I just
yep.
know I'm off Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I
Yep.
don't use those days for babysitting. I'm telling you what.
Right? You sure don't.
Hey, he knows what I'm talking about. Hey,
Yeah,
if you guys only knew.
Yeah, we're going to leave that right there.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not touching that with a 30-foot pole.
I'm not touching that with a 50-foot pole.
But, we got a cool place. Spooky Bear sent it to us, so you know it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we're going to...
Man, she gets like better footage than us, dude. Like better pictures and stories.
Well, that's, she goes...
Like I got a lot of ghost stories, but
right,
like,
that's me too.
I don't word them correctly or anything. I don't make them very spooky. I just
Right.
kind of talk and say what happened,
Yeah.
but at least I do got a couple of videos, you know what I mean? Like,
And again, we're back to why is call single.
stop telling people that. I'm just playing tell everybody that I hate being single. Hi, ladies.
I mean, honestly and truly, why I just don't get it. I mean, what woman doesn't want a
Team Slytherin.
what woman doesn't want a haunted Harry Potter fan?
Oh,
I mean, come on.
I thought you were calling me Harry. I'm not that Harry.
Oh my god.
Yes, I showed that. Oh man. Dude,
Yeah.
This is gonna be. So we got bloopers coming up.
Yeah. He wants me to put some bloopers up after.
Oh, dude, I think we're gonna have some great bloopers
for the
real.
credits. Yeah, he wants me to do bloopers.
Even if we have to fake them, like after we get done with this, I'm gonna change my shirt, and he's gonna change his shirt, and I'm gonna wear a different hat, and he's gonna take his hat off, and then we're gonna do something weird, and then and it'll be a blooper, you know. But it'll be after these messages.
Miss Carol,
We'll
did
be right back.
Did you accidentally?
No, she did it on purpose. She dropped me on purpose. She's like, man, this kid's weird. Sorry, Mom. I'm just joking. My mom didn't do that. Don't talk about my mom like that. I love you, Mama.
My God. I love your mom.
I did, however, eat paint chips, dude. Like, I promise, the lead paint when we were kids, dude, I totally chipped it off and was crunching on it like it was chips, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me.
Underneath power lines and everything, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you remember the window putty? Like the putty for the window screens, like to keep the moisture out and to keep it from leaking.
Just wait.
It was gray. It was gray.
Vague.
Dude, I used to chew on that, man.
Holy.
It smelled and tasted like some kind of adhesive.
Probably because it was adhesive.
Dude, I used to eat my grandma's lipstick, dude. She had this mood lipstick.
I'm just curious how many headaches you gave your mother when you was young at this point.
Dude.
And again, I'm shocked you're still single.
Hold on, I'm still cracking up.
I'm just stunned.
Mom, I love you to death, man, but how many headaches? Oh my God, dude. I used to drive my mom up the wall, man.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I'm right there with her.
I used to melt my crayons on the heater.
I just absolutely.
I would sit there and smell them, and I'm like, oh man.
And again,
dude, I got some kind of like childhood high off of that. Dude.
I'm like shocked you're
look
single.
at all these crayons, they smell so good.
You know, I mean, look at your dating portfolio right now. I mean, look.
Shut up, man.
Your list of attributes is phenomenal. I eat paint chips. I eat some kind of glue substance.
I'm single.
I mean,
oh no, dude, that's not. Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
No. Okay, so you know our buddy Jeff.
Yeah.
God rest his soul. Okay, look. So he used to live on Reeder Road, and right across from his house there was B&T Trucking.
Yeah.
Okay, I used to work at B&T Trucking. Okay,
Yeah.
now I used to work there. That tells you I'm an adult.
No,
bro.
No, it don't.
I used to test the paint center, dude. I was like, yeah, no, it's good, dude. There was this one chemical that came in.
Oh my God.
There was this one chemical that came in, dude. And I was like, ooh, what is that? And he was like, dude, that'll strip the paint off of jets. I was like, the boss was like, man, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly and truly, again,
But then again, the boss was like, yeah, do it again.
ladies, if you're interested, you can email call at mabbingcall@yahoo.com.
I'm a fun guy.
I mean, honestly,
Skinny girls need not apply.
I mean, honestly and truly, man, he's crazy.
Oh, man.
He's batshit crazy.
Is this a promo to hook me up? He's been talking about this the whole thing. Like the whole time.
Because you're always telling me, dude, I want to meet somebody. And then you're like, I don't know why I can't. You're answering your own questions.
I'm Mr. Lonely. I am so lonely.
That's why. You're literally shooting yourself in the foot. You know, you're shooting yourself. You're doing it to yourself at this point. It's self-inflicted.
I don't own a gun.
Your mouth is a gun. And you pull the trigger on it when you shouldn't.
I'm gonna so jive on you, dude.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you too, homie.
Oh my God. But
so yeah, anyways,
check
out his shirt. It's got spaceships on it and Bigfoot and aliens, because that's what he believes in.
Is it?
I don't freaking know, dude. At least your alien's holding up a peace sign. He's like, take me to your dealer. I mean,
right.
Leader, whatever. Mixed up of letters.
Oh
there.
My God.
Dealer, leader.
Hey, I love my shirt, dude. It's cool.
I like my shirt. It's like nighttime.
Yeah. Yeah, my shirt's cool.
Yours is like nighttime, but the moon's out. Mine's like, the same shirt, except the moon's not there. It's exactly the same shirt. You guys just don't even know.
Holy cow.
I have done smoked myself dumb.
No, you are correct.
I'm actually proud to say I haven't indulged in the ganja for quite a long time, dude. A long time.
Let me tell you, dumb is such a bad word to use on yourself.
I'm not dumb.
I like to think of it more as... And
there's a B in there. You can't hide it from me. It's pronounced dumb. Okay? There's a B in there. You can't hide that from me.
I like to think of it more as smartly
don't be
challenged.
A dumbie.
Okay?
Don't be a dumbie. Okay? Don't be a dumbie. Okay? That's it.
Oh my God.
Try to outsmart me. Those letters aren't silent. I learned that in shoe.
Yeah, shoe.
Hey,
yeah.
I just pronounce it how they spell it.
Hey, I'm surprised you're not an English lit major.
Oh, I know, right?
So, yeah, this is what I get to deal with on the daily. What? Yeah, so...
Hey, stick your nuts in here, man. You wouldn't. That's Cheech and Chong joke.
You guys are...
If you guys don't get the Cheech and Chong joke, you're too young to watch the channel.
That's right. Cheech and Chong was awesome.
Yes.
But,
wait. Hold on. Speaking of Cheech and Chong, man. It is so funny because the cat that I work with, Shaggy, we call him, he's a young guy and he totally digs like Cheech and Chong and stuff. Yeah. And so I was doing a skit for him earlier and I was like, you know, the cop pulled him over and he's like, hey, you got to search our car, man. That's the law, man. He's like, no, I'm letting you go, man. Hey, no, man, I know the law, man. You got to search our car, man. Hey, whatever you do, don't look in this bag, man. Yeah. It's like, all right, give me the bag. No, man. No, give me the bag. And he looks in it. The cop looks in it. He's, hey, that's dog food, man. And he leans over and he's like, oh, hey, man, if that's dog food, man, what's my dog eating right now, man? Dude. Hey, Shaggy was cracking up, bro. Like, and I don't even think that's Cheech and Chong. I think that might have been Chong on that 70s show, and they did a skit on. Yeah, I think Hyde was in the car.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but either way, man, it was Chong, man. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I get to deal with on a daily.
Yeah, old dumb old Dave. Dumb.
Dumb. But I love him. He's my call. So, but yeah, we just figured we'd come on.
Oh, mouth. That was so sweet. Sorry. See? Single.
But we just figured we'd try to come on and answer a lot of people's questions and stuff they had about the spooky
I wonder
stuff
if the next questions are going to be like, hey, is Carl still single? And then we'll be like, yeah. And they're going to be like, I can see why.
They're going to say, hey, is Carl still dumbed?
Dumb?
Dumbed?
Is he still dumb?
Dumbed? Dumbed?
Dumbed?
Dumbed?
Now you sound like Mushmouth from Bill Cosby, Fat Albert.
Dumbed?
Hey, be gabbies.
Hey, be gabby.
Bubba yibba dubby.
Yeah.
Abby cabby, abby.
Right. But yeah, we just figured if you guys got any more questions or anything like that, I'm sure Miss Spooky will do another podcast. And
Miss Spooky.
Yeah, and I know your mom and her have talked on.
Oh yeah,
a few occasions too.
Yeah, you know that's amazing. Like she's known my mom for quite a long time now. Yeah, since the bar, since they own the bar. And
I myself.
That's like 20-something years.
I myself have known her 30 years.
My mom?
30 plus. No, Miss Spooky.
Oh, I'm talking about my mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Your mom I've known for longer.
Yeah.
And your dad. Yeah. So.
Yeah, quite some time, man. That's amazing. And it's like, it literally only feels like a few years, man.
I know.
Time goes by in the mind. Time goes by so quickly.
Yep. I mean,
in reality,
we were talking about that
like,
the other day about how young we were and all the memories we had together doing dumb shit. You know.
Yeah, you know, you're getting old when you remember when you say things like, "Hey, you remember back in the day, man?"
Yeah. Now,
hey,
sadly,
do you remember when we were 20? I think it was like 40 years ago.
Sadly, for us, 30 years would be the 90s, 95.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Dude, I'll see some stuff on Facebook and then it'll be like, it'll show a TV show like, I don't know, let's say like Greatest American Hero. They'll be like, yeah, this show was 30 years ago. Do you feel old yet? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Greatest American Hero, I believe 2 years ago, it turned 40. 40.
Yeah, because that came out when I was about 5 or 6. So I'm 40. I'm 46 now.
Yeah.
Oh my good Lord, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just a way to make us feel old, I guess. But you figure, like, one of mine and Carl's absolute favorite movies. Of course, I think it's a lot of people's Back to the Futures. Marty McFly.
Man. Yeah, man.
If Marty McFly left today and went back in time, like he did in the first movie, as far back as he went, it would be 1995.
Jeez.
That's insane.
They made it look so old then.
That is insane. Yeah.
And the futuristic stuff they're actually coming out with.
Right.
They got the shoes that do the
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I love
The lock-on shoes.
Yeah, the
now they
swoops.
just need that jacket that air dries and,
Right.
and fits it to you how fits it to yourself.
Yep.
Like they were real long sleeves, and he pressed the button, and it was like,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they was almost correct on Cubs winning the World Series.
Almost.
They said 2015, but they won it in 2016.
Yeah, almost.
That was impressive. That was, even though they were a year off, that was still impressive. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but we hope you guys enjoyed our podcast. We just wanted to come on here.
Yeah, we just came on here clowning around. And
hang out with y'all and answer questions and
let everybody know that I'm single, apparently.
Well, I mean, I'm shocked that he is single. I'm just stunned. Taken back. But whoever you get, I hope she treats you good.
Man, you know who I need? I need a chick that's as goofy as I am, dude. Like,
oh my God.
I always hook up with these chicks and they're all serious about everything, and I'm just like, man, relax, dude.
Like,
chill.
I could not imagine a female call.
Dude, that would be awesome, dude. Like, I've always went through life like a lot of people, they pray to their God and everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, my God will give me whatever, blah, blah, blah. I've literally have lived that. Like, I never worried about anything because my personal spirit always took care of me. When I was hungry, food came. When I was thirsty, drink came. When I was bored, something came along to keep me from being bored.
Right.
It's something, anything, like
right.
When I needed a friend, an old friend would call and be like, how you doing? I'm like, hey, holy cow, I was just sitting here bored, man, wondering what I could do, keep my mind occupied,
Right.
Dude, I've never worried about anything. When you worry about stuff, you're not living.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
dude, people are like, I got to plan this out. I got to plan next week out.
Yeah.
Why? No. I'm worried about today. I'm worried about right now. I'm not living tomorrow. I'm living right now. I'm not living yesterday. I'm living right now. Don't look at my past. I don't live there anymore. You know what I mean? And I look to my future, but I'm not in the future yet. I'm in the now.
See, I'm the type of person I have to plan
certain things.
Yeah.
Certain things. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so my plan for the week is I got to go to work.
Right.
Okay, now, what am I doing after work? Probably podcasting and hanging out with Mav. And but I mean, something might come up. Something might come along. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to cancel my norm.
Well, like last week.
That's the norm.
Yeah,
okay?
last week it was unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to deal with a lot of family
stuff. Yeah.
Family stuff. And it just popped up and it was something that happened and I just had to deal with all of it. But, so things do come up.
Of course. Yeah, they do.
But
whether you want to deal with them or not is on you at that moment. It's
debatable,
in time.
Right?
But
when it comes to our podcast, I do a lot of planning, and I try to control the flow as best as I can control call.
Just so you know, call cannot be controlled. Ask my mama.
I may have to break this podcast up into 2 episodes.
Hey, while we're sitting here talking about Carl single and blah this and that, like, just so you ladies know, Carl's a mama's boy. So, if my mama don't like you, neither do I.
Carl's a mama's boy, and he should be.
It's like that Justin Bieber song. My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. If my mama don't like you, peace out. Go on and love yourself.
Right. Yeah, I may have to break this up into 2
episodes. I just quoted Justin Bieber.
Yeah, you did.
I like Justin Bieber. I ain't even gonna lie. But you know what? Look at this tattoo.
And again,
I like music.
I'm stunned.
I like music. I don't care who it is. I don't care who the artist is. If their words get at me, right on.
Yeah, I mean that's what music should do. Of course, is kind of touch, some emotional plane.
Touch your energy. All right, let's cut this off.
But yeah, we're
Saw
gonna
ya.
go. We love you guys. If you have any more questions, of course you can put them on whatever podcast you have questions on, or email us or something like that. And if Miss Spooky gets anything else, I'm sure she'll come back on and would love to answer your guys' questions. All right, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.